Welcome back. Moving on to our first segment of today, talking about digitalization. President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi virtually witnessed on Wednesday the inauguration of a number of Digital Egypt projects, which are affiliated with the Ministry of Communication and Information Technology at El Manara International Conference Center in the 5th settlement. Talking about the digitalization and the new era, and also training and the digitalization among youth. This is very, very important to be discussed with our guest for today, Dr. Mohamed Adly, Director of the Egyptian Computing Center, Institute of Information Technology, Ministry of Communications and Information Technology. Hello.
How are you? Good morning and wishing you a nice day.
Good morning, Doctor. So first of all, I would like to talk about this new platform and its impact on the youth and their training in the new digital life.
Well, we are entering with a very big power the world of digital transformation. This world includes offering services from the government to the citizens in the digital form, as well as offering services between citizens themselves in the digital form. This requires, of course, building human capacity that is capable of dealing with and developing and protecting and, moreover, innovating in the field of the digital transformation. Yesterday, the ceremony was very well concerned with human capacity building, with the examples and the success stories that were shown. They were very impressive, inspiring, and really showed the concern of the Egyptian state with the Egyptian youth and with developing them education, training in such field.
Right. Hello?
Hello, yes, I'm listening to you, yes.
Okay. So talking about providing more job opportunities and working more on the unemployment, how far can this help also, taking into consideration that this will be coping or being parallel with Egypt's Vision 2030?
Well, the field of information and communication technologies, ICT, is very rich. It supports to hold youth from the specialty of engineering and of IT. It supports to hold and to acquire youth from other specialties like language specialties, graphics, sometimes low specialties. They can enter our specialty, the ICT, through transforming training and join and find job opportunities, permanent job opportunities in our field. Also, there is the field of freelancing. Freelancing is very attractive right now. It's very booming right now, and it is a very big and huge market in terms of human capacity and in terms of investments. Billions of dollars every day are shed in this field, and we are trying, as state, to increase the number of freelancers in the ICT field through every possible means to get our fair share of this market and to provide job opportunities, decent job opportunities to our colleagues and our people in some governorates or rural areas, for example, who cannot find a market, a decent market, a good market that can acquire their capabilities and that can serve their education and innovative capabilities.
I was just going to ask you, sir, talking about the accessibility of these programs or including the youth of different governorates, reaching them, and what are the most important majors we are talking about when it comes to the digitalization?
Well, as you've seen yesterday, there were some inaugurations in different governorates. This is very important to be there. This is very important for the young talent to find the incubating entity beside them, inside their university, inside their governorate. So the inaugurations offered the outreach, offered the geographical dispersion and encouragement for the Egyptian youth to go to a near place where they can find training, they can find experts, sometimes they can find incubation, maybe they can find financial support and guidance and coaching for their innovative ideas and for their projects, business projects, to become entrepreneurs like the success stories that we have seen yesterday, to become sometimes freelancers, to become business holders and CEOs in a very short time with a very big, capital, with very big companies, with a very large capital in small time like we have seen yesterday. So this was the direction of the ITI, Information Technology Institute, where I belong. It's part of the MCIT, Ministry of Communications and Information Technology, and its strategy was based on geographical outreach, offering services to the youth inside their governorates, maybe inside the University of the Governorate, going to them to their home.
We have seen actually the exerted efforts by the ministry, including, just as you're talking, a project to connect the 33,000 government buildings nationwide to the fiber optic network. And this, the cost was up to 6 billion Egyptian pounds.
Well, enhancing the infrastructure is very crucial here. And I can say and declare that this was one of the main concerns of the Ministry of Communications and Information Technology. They stepped many steps, many fruitful steps in the latest years. And we can say merely that we are #1 in Africa in the fixed internet. We are in a very high rank in the mobile internet, and we are enhancing in a continuous enhancement process. We are, seeking forward and moving forth to get better infrastructure, to avail legislation, to avail human capacity, to avail all of the elements and all of the components that would help pushing the digital transformation. Digital transformation is no more an option, is no more something that we can do or we cannot do. It's no more something that we can think of. It's something that we have to do to be there on our planet right now.
President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi also inaugurated the submarine cable landing stations in Ras Gharib, Zafarana, and Sidi Krir, along with the Telecom Egypt Regional Data Hub. Tell us more about the impact of this and how it is going to facilitate, or I think it's going to change the map in Egypt.
Well, Egypt has a very distinguished geographical location over the world. In terms of the submarine cables, this can be highly utilized, and this can get revenue to Egypt in US dollars, and can show and stress on the importance of the geographic location of Egypt politically and technologically. So we can offer maybe value-added services to the traffic of internet that is passing through Egypt. We can offer Arabization for some of the content. We can offer storage for some of the content. So many ideas that can be there in a very short time, making use of the passage of such very huge traffic of internet through Egypt. So the submarine cables is one step forward also to enhance the internet inside Egypt, either through the fixed lines or the mobile phone, and increase the share of internet for each citizen.
Right. Also, if we are talking about the inauguration of the Post Office Museum in Ataba Square, and talking about it after its renovation.
Well, the post office is one of the oldest, the Egyptian post office is one of the oldest over the world. And we really are targeting making better utilization of the post services. Over the world, it is utilized in so many things that cannot or that can be implemented and utilized here. This was to grab the attention towards this ancient and very big and very effective entity, which is the Egyptian Post. Of course, the museum contained very inspiring and very nostalgic pieces that I would encourage every citizen to go and visit and know some of the history of the Egyptian post, and to know and to feel more proud of his country, which is Egypt, of course.
The Communication and Information Technology Ministry strategy focuses on three main goals. Could you tell us more about it?
Well, the three main goals are the training, the infrastructure, and of course offering more services. I can say that the Egyptian Minister of Communication and Information Technology, Dr. Mohamed, elaborated these three goals, and we are very proud and delighted as Information Technology Institute, ITI, that the concern with developing human Egyptian capital is taking much concern of the political concern of all of the states. So we have seen yesterday many people on the stage, not devices, not cables, not inventions, but people. People are the product that were shown on the stage, and very inspiring and very very good success stories to show to the audience. So this, as was shown as a product, reflects how people, besides of course the infrastructure, I would not deny this, but besides the development of the infrastructure, how people would be very important and very pushing in moving to the digital transformation.
I think also there is another important part, the harmonization among entities in Egypt when it comes to digitalization, because we are talking about several entities or several bodies. They have to work together so that at the end, me as a citizen to take what I'm looking for or take the service you are providing. And I think this is very, very challenging.
Yes, the latest years has shown advancement in harmonization of training institutes of the Ministry of Communication and Information Technology. Now it is one hub that is concerned with training, one hub that the Egyptian young talent goes to find several training opportunities. It's called Creativa. It's, of course, from the word creative. And this hub offers the services of ICI, NTI, other training institutes, maybe incubation, offers a lot of services. So this is some sort of harmonization and avoiding the conflict of offering duplicate services sometimes and depriving other areas of any services sometimes. So this would be some form of harmonization that we were lacking in the latest years, in the past years, and were found in the latest years.
So we can say that today the Egyptian citizen can access any of the government services through the internet.
Yes, the platform guarantees for the Egyptian citizen to go safely and to find so many services, a very big number of governmental services offered by the government to the citizen over the platform. He can upload his documents, he can pay the fees of the service, he can follow the service execution and get to the output of the service remotely in a very safe and delicate and elite way, like the rest of the world. I would encourage, I would also invite many of the internet users in Egypt to make use of their time over the internet and start registration over the platform. Start having a look as you are scrolling it right now. Start having a look at the offered services, and maybe that you can find something that you would do today, you are going to do today. Maybe you can cancel going out and find something that you can do today. Try one of the services, and I would think that you would get a very good impression.
There were talks also about, yes, we talked in the beginning about providing more job opportunities, but also talking about the entrepreneurship and how important it is and how it can support and help the youth in this respect.
Well, we are in the era of entrepreneurs, of freelancers, not in the era of employees. This is the coming era. Employment is good. Finding a decent job opportunity belonging to a multinational or to a governmental firm is still good and still available. But we are encouraging right now having your own company, hiring your friends, supporting your innovative idea, trying to be creative through Creativa, of course, in the field of ICT, and invent something that has not been there before. This is something that would help increasing the employment through, not through the classical ways, but through the new ways. Being a freelancer as well over the internet and getting jobs by exploiting your talents and your capabilities from your home, from your governorate through the internet connection is another way of finding a job. So we are trying to draw the attention of the youth to such channels that they can seek and they can go forth in to find jobs for themselves and to increase their income, as the President Sisi said yesterday, to help getting a better life standard for them.
Right. Talking about the new generation and talking also about I'm not talking about children, but talking about high schools as well. Do you have special programs to prepare them for this new life and the new vision of Egypt?
Well, the Ministry of Communications and Information Technology believes that going earlier to the youth is much, much better than waiting for their graduation. We would like to touch them, to train them, to make our programs reach them in earlier age. This would be more fruitful and more helpful in the earlier age, and get them acquainted with computer, keyboard, mouse, internet, and the programs, and dealing with the technology, and believing in the effectiveness of technology as the solution of so many chronic problems in our society in the early age, through many initiatives that were demonstrated yesterday. One of them was Egyptian Cups, أشبال مصر الرقمية, others for high schools of the Egyptian company, and others in younger ages. So we had seen yesterday very young talents on the stage talking to the president, expressing themselves in a very good way. This was really inspiring.
Right, and again, talking about Egypt in the region, whether I'm talking about positioning or also about 2063 as well. So tell me more about how you see Egypt, and definitely we are on the right track because we are moving parallel in several parts or in several fields, all moving parallel to reach our final goal.
Well, there is a belief that is clear now that technology can solve, technology can offer education, technology can offer medical services, technology can offer banking, technology can help solving chronic problems in our society, technology can save time, effort, and can avoid corruption, can do so many things. This belief would go forth, would continue, and we would see more and more of digital services over the platform over the coming years, more and more of digitalization, till we reach the stage that the human element is doing only things that need innovation, very high innovation, not routine work. And that every service is there, every service is available in a very short time. This would be the future. This would be the way in the near future, and we hope to catch with the developed countries in such field and help increasing the level of happiness, the level of satisfaction of Egyptian citizens through diffusing more and more technology.
Right. Dr. Mohamed Adly, Director of the Egyptian Computing Center, Institute of Information Technology, Ministry of Communications and Information Technology, thank you very much for joining us. Moving on to a short break, then we'll be back with more on The Breakfast Show.